I'm Sue Pariseau. I'm a studio potter near Lanesboro, Minnesota. I'm also one of the tour coordinators, so I have a lot of the responsibilities in putting the tour together, so it's kind of a twofold thing for me. I've been making pottery for about 20 years. Most of the pottery I make is considered functional pottery, and then it's something that you can use in your everyday life. I make a lot of mugs and bowls and vases and things like that that are used every day, and they're intended to be used. Every now and then I like to make some really fun things that are not functional. Grape leaf impressions that I put on something. We have a vineyard here, so it's really nice to kind of tie into that. I make some pinch pot birds or things like that that are just meant to sit someplace and be decorative. I fire with a wood kiln, so a lot of the work has a really toasty brown color to it. It's very earthy, and I kind of feel that's a little connection to the earth for me, honoring the place that we make our things and the place that we live. But I also try to throw in some really bright colors. Occasionally I have a really great turquoise glaze that has been really fun to have around, to have just like this really bright turquoise color that kind of blends well with the wood colors of the other work. During the tour I usually have the kiln full, sitting so people can kind of see it in the kiln and what it looks like when it's just been fired. And then in addition to that, I have tables, and the outside of my kiln shed, which has an open barn door, is usually filled with tables with finished work on it. And then in addition, I have an indoor showroom that people can look at as well if they feel comfortable doing that. So this is my wood kiln. It's about 10 years old. Her name is Gertie. I fire her about 4 times a year usually. Sometimes I get a 5th one in. All of the pots get stacked into this opening here on shelves, kind of like what you see here. A lot of the pots don't have any glaze on the outside, but you see they change color, and that's really from the wood ash that floats around in the kiln. It settles on the pots, and then that ash melts and becomes glazy and glass-like. So a lot of the brown color is just really the color of the clay with the wood ash settled on it and fired. The brick that's here next to me gets stacked into this opening so that it's tight, and it's covered with a layer of mud and newspaper, which you kind of can still see here around the edges. After that's all done, we just stoke wood into this opening until the kiln gets to 2350 degrees. At that point we can close everything down, let it cool naturally, and wait about 5 days before we open it to see what kind of treasures are in there.